Now, as I was saying in part 2, this part 3 of Mark of the Beast, removable or not. And as I was saying in part 2, here is the wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. Okay, we know that man is beast. Man's number is 6. We know that that Satan tries to do the Trinity, which is 3. So that's 3 people. And man's number is 6. And if you have 3 sixes together, what have you got? 6, 6, 6. The unholy Trinity. Y'all thought this meant actually do some kind of math and count this up. No, you got to understand this way is so simple, even a child can understand it. If you had to add up all them their numbers and calculate this thing and by the pie in the sky and do these 15 million charts, 90% of the world to 95% of the world is not going to understand that. God's children are not supposed to seek all that wisdom. We're not supposed to be eating from the tree of knowledge. Still eating that apple, aren't you, Eve? Over and over and over, God tells you. Y'all want to say that man was given one commandment in the garden. But you forget the first one he was given. He was told, do not eat from that tree. Of wisdom and knowledge. And what did he do? He ate from that tree. I'm not going to get into all that. That's not what this is about. I'm going to go back to verse 16 right here. He causes all, both small and great. That's children and adults. Why would children need that to control a bank account? Why would you embed something like that in a child in the first place for the controlling of a bank account? Because then it's going to be right there in the child, and the child just going to be able to, children just swipe, 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 swipe. They'd be buying all the time, wouldn't they? Y'all think that because of the next verse where it says, and no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the beast. Except he that had the mark, rather. But let me explain something to you. The mark isn't this. The mark is this. The root of all evil is the lust of money. It's this. And the things it can buy. All the things it can buy. all the things it can buy. Drugs, alcohol, things to pamper yourself with, to overindulge with. Bible tells us how hard it is for a rich man to enter into heaven. But man still refuses to see that. Now I'm going to just a moment. I took a brief moment there to pray a little and see how the Lord wanted me to proceed with this particular one. And we're going to go on into the next chapter of Revelations, chapter 14. So, here we go. And I looked, and lo, a Lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having his Father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers and harpers harping with their lips, or with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the 4 beasts, and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. They were redeemed from the earth. That means they were sanctified by the blood of Jesus. These are they which were not defiled with women. That means they didn't commit sin. That way they weren't defiled by that. For they are virgins. That means they didn't partake of evil. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the firstfruits unto God and to the Lamb. And their mouth was found no guile. And in their mouth was found no guile. For they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people. Saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the foundations of the waters. Now I will see you in part 4.